Encounter with a mysterious hooded figure. My paranormal experience. This was a paranormal event from a few years ago that occurred in broad daylight as I was getting ready to leave my new residence. It's worth noting that this occurred throughout the summer. Prior to this occurrence, I had never had any paranormal encounters. I used to love wearing black. As a youngster, I wore black as much as possible with every other color because I felt it looked nicer. So, when I was deciding what to wear in my room, I chose my soft and comfortable black hoodie. After all, it wasn't that hot outdoors that day. I also didn't put on the hood since I was already clothed. I had to use the restroom. I stepped out of my room to use the restroom, but it was already occupied, so I had to wait. I could now hear the bulk of my family downstairs making a fuss as they prepared for the day. I recall immediately looking at the gold-reflecting door handle on a door to my left as I waited. I saw an odd section of my sweatshirt poking out when I gazed into that shiny gold door handle. After a few seconds of staring at that strange section, I saw that the uncomfortable part protruding out of my hoodie started to draw away backward behind the corner of a wall that it was peeping out of. I quickly understood it wasn't a part of my clothes. It was something else in the house moving about on its own. It peered out of the corner wall and observed me without saying anything. The object was simply one hue, jet black, and had no other distinguishing traits other than a shadowy figure with a perfectly hoodie-shaped head. If this thing was human, I felt it strange that it was wearing a sweatshirt over its head inside the house in the summer. Why would somebody do such a thing? Things like these terrified me at the time, the concept of ghosts and spirits stalking you. However, for some reason, I didn't feel afraid of it at the time. Instead, I was taken aback. I decided to go check if the creature was still there behind the corner of the wall. Waiting after a minute or two of standing there, still peering into the door handle, even after the entity moved and went away. At that time, I was waiting to explore because I was afraid it might startle me or attempt to attack me, like in a horror film. When I eventually went to peek beyond the corner of that wall, I discovered nothing and no one.